Hello guys, welcome to another vlog. It's airshow weekend and obviously we are at the airshow today here in Blackpool. Very busy, a lot of security measures in place. Airshow starts at 2 o'clock. It is very cloudy though, so we might struggle to see a lot of the aircrafts. It's a bit windy, but it's not too windy for the aircrafts. But yeah, weather's not looking great today, cloudy wise, but tomorrow is going to be a lot better. We'll be here tomorrow, so if I can't get the red arrows properly for you today, I'll definitely get them tomorrow because it's meant to be really sunny tomorrow. But yeah, it's nonetheless going to enjoy the air show. So yeah, I'm going to take a look around the shops. So yeah, look how busy it is. It's very windy, guys, so if you can't hear the aircraft properly later, I do apologise. I can't do nothing about the wind, unfortunately. I'll try and get as best videos as I possibly can for everyone. But like I said, if I fail to get good videos of the red arrows, I will be coming tomorrow. Won't be vlogging, but I will get a few videos of the red arrows because it's meant to be a lovely sunny day tomorrow. They do say the sun is slowly trying to break actually. Blue skies are trying to come out, so hopefully it does break. We can get a better sunny afternoon or something. Air show starts at 2. Red arrows start the show off, but tomorrow they will be finishing the show off. So today they take off at 2 o'clock, and then tomorrow they'll take off at 5 o'clock, and then the typhoon will end today's air show, and then we do it all again tomorrow. So yeah, 2 o'clock start. Not too long, it's about an hour and a half. We're gonna come down and have a little look at the shops. If I can find a reasonable price for a burger, I might get a burger. But we all know what these events are like. About £7 for a burger. Little typhoon ride there, simulator. But we're gonna have a little proper look. We're just gonna start from where it starts. There's little game stores down there as well. There's a fudge stalls. There's all sorts of stuff down there. It looks a little bigger than it is last year, the store wise. So yeah, air show starts at 2 o'clock, guys. So, but we're gonna show you all the stores and stuff, and then we're gonna basically go and get our seat, sit down. It is a bit windy, but it does look like the blue skies are trying to come out. So yeah. So we are, guys. Let's go. They've got another simulator this year, guys. They've got 2. There's loads of stores. There's your fudge stall. So I'm gonna go look at the fudge. They've got loads of stores here. Got some candy Haribos there. Got the police. Got some music playing. It's the same one as last year. We're gonna get some fudge, guys. Look at that. Look at that fudge. Look at that, guys. Oh, that's nice. You've got the Smarty ones here as well. Kinder Bueno. A red owl simulator here, guys. You've got a slush. That's sweet. Yo, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. Yo, how much is this?
21 to win, sweetheart. That's what we're looking for. It's pontoon blackjack. You get 21, you take.
You got to score 21 and you win.
Any prize you like.
Any prize you win.
24.
Get 21, you win any prize.
Happy hour right here,
score
right now.
21.
To play, the best time to win.
Nice little teddy bears.
Any prize on the show here today. Any prize that you like for the lucky winner. It's any prize that you see on the show here today for one winner only now. 24 for you. Yes, sir. How many for you? 24, sir. 48. 24. It's any prize here today. Thank you. Who's going to be the next lucky winner now? Simple, easy game if you want to play. Simple, easy game if you want to win. Wave your tickets in the air if you make the score of 21 and we'll serve you right here, right now with any prize on. You've seen all these winners so far.
Yeah, you see how busy it is. Here's go look at the Red Arrow stores. You got the churro store here as well.
Sebby, go back this way.
It's got a little churro stand here. £6 for a cinnamon. Huh?
Tornado chips.
Tornado chips. Fan favourite. Tornado chips. Dutch coffee. Never heard of Dutch coffee, don't know what it is.
Sell pancakes as well.
They sell pancakes, Dutch pancakes. £5 for the Dutch pancakes, that's not bad. So busy. The wind's calmed down though. Look how busy it is, guys. It's good to see it busy though, isn't it? Even though people don't, you know, it's good to see it busy. It's good for Blackpool. We've got the Red Hour merchandise, guys. Right. Let's have a look. Look at the merchandise. I do apologise as well if I'm just at the store quickly and then moving on. It's just, it is so busy, and I'm trying not to obviously get kids on the video because obviously I don't really want to film them. But it is very impossibly hard, so I do apologise. You know, it's going to be impossible for a lot of people to not get them on camera. It is that busy, so that's why I'm trying to be quick and I keep pausing the camera. Trying not to get them on camera basically, but it is absolutely impossible, so I do apologise about that. So here's another simulator, the Typhoon. Look at that, that's cool. How much is that one? £8 as well. £8 for the simulators. Like I said, brilliant simulators, these guys. Definitely want to try. One day I definitely want to try. £8 a pop isn't bad, because considering how far they've got to travel to Blackpool as well. I think some of these have come like a long way. Like I want to say down south, but it might even be further than that. So guys, Kirsty has kindly allowed me to go and do the Red Arrow simulator. Got a bit of time, so I thought, yeah, definitely got to get it. I asked the guy as well if you can film on it, and he said, yeah, no problem. So I could have done the Typhoon one, but I want to do the Red Arrows. That's just going to be so cool filming that. Probably going to be shit my pants, but yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? So yeah, I'll see you when we're at the Red Arrows. So guys, I'm in the queue to go on the Red Arrow simulator by sdsims.com. There we go. This is going to be a fantastic experience, this. And you're allowed to film as well. I have got permission. Here we go, guys. So we're going on it. Going on the Red Arrows. This is cool. Here we are, guys. Is there no seatbelts? Jesus.
Experience. Today we'll be flying with the world famous aerobatic team.
This is gonna be sick.
Hold on to the rope rail in front of you and keep your arms and legs away from the doors. In the event of an emergency, there's a stop button above your head. Hold on tight. Here we go.
Oh, Jesus!
Thank you for riding with us today. Please remain seated until the doors fully open and take care as you step out of the capsule.
That was cool.
And of course, away from me. I'm only joking. Of course, applause, and of course, I'll transmit that welcome to the team. That'll give them an extra kick to put on a fantastic display here for you. Please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. It's the Red Arrows! Arriving at over 400. takes some ground stride, which indicates to me he's starting the show rolling. Red 1 gives the command. You'll see Red 6 and 7 collapsing behind Red 1, followed by Reds 8 and 9 to form our world famous Diamond 9. The team is led by Red 1, his second year as the team leader, squad leader John Bond. John Bond used to be a Typhoon pilot. He was also a qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, where he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. From the right, in our Diamond 9, once again, it's the Red Arrows. On the right hand side, of Red 1 is Red 2, Rob Thomas. Robert is his third year of the team. Uniquely, he was taken from training and made straight to an instructor on the Hawk T Mark 1 at RAF Valley. Before then completing his own training and joining the Typhoon Force, where he served on 3 squadrons on operations over Iraq and Syria. Before then becoming an instructor on 29 squadrons, all based at RAF Consley in Lincolnshire. You now see Red 8 and 9 move left and right, but that sense then moves forwards to form one of the widest shapes that we fly. In from the left hand side, the smoke comes on in the Swan. You can hear those commands. This is Concord. On the left hand side, that fence then is Red 3. Flight Lieutenant Andrew McEwen, known as Macca. Macca is in his first year on the team. Uniquely, he flew in the AV-8B Harrier variant while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps, before then coming back and flying the latest RAF aircraft, the F-35B, with 6 on 7, the Dambusters RAF Marron. And Macca would like to give a shout out to his friend's daughter, Hazel, who's here today. You now see Red 2 and 3 move up with that rear section. Is Red 4 left, the smoke comes on, they go round to the right, in, up follow. 11 pilots in the Red Arrows, of course got Reds 1 through 9 displaying for you today. Myself, Red 10, 4th and 5th. Ready for the colourful Big Vixen. That particular manoeuvre, you may be able to see it, you may be able to make it off. There's a small door at the base of the aeroplane. Eight and 9, roll goes, Reds 8 and 9 roll around the rest of the formation. We'll watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings them down the line. Red 1 is going to keep working. Diamond 9, it's the 2025 Red Arrow. As we go into the second half, we start in the same way as we did last year because the Kennedy is so popular. This is the 5, 4, 3. And in the second half, we operate in 2 distinct sections. Off the left-hand side, we've got Reds 1 through 5, known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the children's books. Off to the right-hand side, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Number 4, roll goes. Number 4, rolls from smoke in the twister. Sitting in trail on red wall. In the middle is red 5. White 10 is Justin Wales, known as Justin. Second year in the team, originally from Zimbabwe. He's a former Typhoon pilot with instructor on 29 Squadron and test pilot with 41 Squadron, all based at RAF Coventry in Lincoln. Allegedly. Get yourselves ready for the Hannah break. Number 9. Over 500 miles per hour is Red 9 as he performs the Goose. Red 9 is playing then Ollie Suffering in his first year of the team, first year of the team. Look directly to your front, again looking for the synchro cameras ready. Listen all if you don't want to miss. The smoke comes on for the world famous Synchro Hawk. 5 plans on the Hawk Team Mark 2. And David of ours and one of our own engineers would like to wish a very chance for the double roll. Made by Red 9 as they roll around the smoke in the corkscrew. And again, it's a great opportunity to see our famous red, white and blue. Each aircraft before the barrel, passing in the middle. Start the maneuver called the circus. Each aircraft now pulling hard away from each other, pulling up to 60 and indenting about them midway 6 times. There it is. Red 6 and 9 now working extremely hard. That negative D pushing all the roads outside. One of the hardest maneuvers where midnight is equal to that is over.
The gyros are not covered like this one. It's a nice place to do, so you can do some decent cross-country flying with this. It's even got a cabin booster, which is right up there. Keeping your legs on while you're flying across the wet moorland. Fully adjustable pilot seat as well. This was a maximum takeoff weight of 500 kilos. Once it has the fuel and the rest of the luggage, you want to take on who you want to VAE, so that's the velocity never exceeded on this, so it's about max speed at 120 miles per hour. It actually depends on the weather. If you have a windy day like today, you could practically take off in about 5 meters if you point it into the wind. Take off depending on the weather and the temperature between 10 and 71 control. And the landing distance, as I said, it can pretty much land like a helicopter. It can come straight down. It's 75 litres, gives you 4 hours endurance. So if you're doing 4 hours and you're cruising at 100 miles an hour, that's 400 miles, I could go from here down to Bristol and back. And it sure would beat the M5 and the M6 that it did yesterday. Next time, I think we'll take the auto driver. The back of the aircraft, make it gyrate like that. But this aircraft is practically impossible to store. Because you've got that massive lift from the rotor blade on top, Even if you stop and point the aircraft into the wind, it'll just hover there like a helicopter. Auto gyro thing is all the energy is stored in the rotor blade. The rotor blade is in a freezer, and you just going to slowly drop down. And also, you know, gyro is a Sean Connery in it. Little Nelly, the famous auto gyro from Little Nelly. All rotorcraft exhibit this ability to handle strong and gusty winds. Stable, fly. It's that rotor blade at the top is pulling him up, not the Rotex engine, just all the energy stored in that rotor blade. The Rotex engine is only about 115 horsepower, so, you know, it's not less than a modern car. And there you go, into the hover. And that's just the wind. He's pointing the nose into the wind. He's flowing over the rotor blade at the top. And now he's just pitched the nose down. And he's going to make the aircraft move forward. That small aircraft has got a very large rudder on its control surface. So he's just using his feet to move it left to right.
I remember hearing them all the time. I took to be a current student. They have one display in the paper. Don't give French
Coming in, I think, for his last house. From left to right in front of us. Waving away. Look, he's waving, give him away back. He can see the waving thing. Because all the energy is stored in the rotor blade. The rotor blade is in a freezer, and you're just going to slowly drop down. Careful. And also, you know, it's Sean Connery in it. Little Nelly, the famous auto gyro from Little Nelly. All rotorcraft exhibit this ability to handle strong and gusty winds. Stable, fly. It's that rotor blade at the top is pulling him up, not the Rotex engine, just all the energy stored in that rotor blade. The Rotex engine is only about 115 horsepower, so, you know, it's not less than a modern car. And there you go, into the hover. And that's just the wind. He's pointing the nose into the wind. He's flowing over the rotor blade at the top. And now he's just pitched the nose down. And he's going to make the aircraft move forward. That small aircraft has got a very large rudder on its control surface. So he's just using his feet to move it left to right.
I remember hearing them all the time. I took to be a current student. They have one display in the paper. Don't give French
Coming in, I think, for his last house. From left to right in front of us. Waving away. Look, he's waving, give him away back. He can see the waving.
Hello guys, welcome to day 2 of the air show. Like I said, the vlog's going to be in two days vlogs. So we did a few bits yesterday that I think only like 2 aircrafts. We did the tour as well with all the shops. So today the air show's a bit different, because obviously yesterday the Red Arrows started the show. Today they closed the show. So the first aircraft today I think is the Typhoon. I believe every plane will be flying today because it's not windy at all. It's a beautiful sunny day as well actually. So yeah, we're just going to get a seat. I'm probably going to walk and show you the Spitfire and the tanks and that. We didn't get to see that yesterday because we were talking to a friend. So we're going to go and get that, and then we're going to sit down. About 1:45, 2 o'clock it starts today, obviously. Let's go and get a seat and a view. Here you are guys, it's already busy. People already got their seats ready for the air show. About 2 hours till it starts, roughly. Got armed police over here. Look at that. Safety is all it is, guys, for safety. Spitfire. So there's the little army chair here, guys, that you can sit and have a photo. Look at that. You got the Royal Air Force. Tank over here, guys. That's a little mini tank, like I don't know what it is, but it launches like things out. Look at this, guys. So cool. Sorry, mate. That. Like that.
The Royal Air Force.
So little baby's got to see its offenders. That's what
The tower. All praise the tower down in West Sussex. And then he moved down to Devon, my part of the world, where he attended Hollyton, and here he comes. Over the top. So as you can see, pulling into the vertical. The double corkscrew coming through back and around. Now watching the invert of the aircraft. Large amount of seagulls moving through the area.
the seagulls think they're going to get.
Now watch as he rolls the aircraft back around for us. Straight and level. It's 4.5 generation fighter pulling up into the vertical. And then into a barrel roll. Now still in reheat, pulling sustainable G's all the way around that corner. Watch as he comes back around. Watch for 5 aileron rolls. Time to get dizzy. In total, that's 1,890 degrees to roll. Slow the aircraft down, and by slow, that's relative, it's 300 miles an hour still. Nathan rolls the aircraft in a graceful barrel roll. Pitch the aircraft up, and roll and snap roll the aircraft. Operation fighter. Powered by 2 EJ200 engines, and as we can see in full reheat. That's producing about 52,000 pounds of thrust. That is a lot of thrust. Now watch as the aircraft positions to come straight back in. Nathan aggressively pulls back on the stick, and the aircraft's going to go into a loop before breaking away for a double corkscrew. Pitching up, you see that canard wing. And into another corkscrew. Perfect feather for a flight today. Now he's going to reposition the aircraft right down the power line. Nathan's going to hold the aircraft in what we call knife edge. Great photo opportunity here. Rolling the aircraft upside down inverted. Get your cameras ready. Nathan pitches up, rolls into knife edge, and then into inverted. Down here near the
tower if you want to come and say hello. And now a high-speed car. Going through there about 700 miles an hour. That is fast. So when he's braking away there, again he's back on about 9G. Luckily, Nathan is heading towards us, pitching high alpha. If you've got binoculars, you'll see those flaperons at the front moving, and also his canards moving. Now it's minimum speed, and then watch as he powers the aircraft up, goes into full region. Back. There we go. Hesitation rolls. 3 times down. To become more involved in supporting BBMF and its work, get access to behind the scenes, then the Royal Air Force Memorial Flight Club offers that for you. You can become a member on them. Go see the guys at Memorial Flight Club. The BBMF needs your support, and funds raised by the club directly support many of the flight's projects and activities. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's just listen to the sounds of these 6 Merlin aircraft with these 3 historic aircraft coming through. And remember, the young men and women that gave so much for our freedom. Amongst themselves and the bomber, the Lancaster will come back in by itself. But for right now, let's soak up the atmosphere of these 1 Griffin, 5 Merlin engines. BE-634. It was with 247 squadrons. The squadron's Hurricanes were used for night air defence at Plymouth, and also down in Exeter in the west of the country, and also for night intruder operations against targets in northwestern France. main armament was actually speed. They'd fly up to 40,000 feet. They had a fully pressurized cockpit and a range of about 1,500 miles. Could cover vast swathes of northern France, where they did amazing work preparing for the D-Day invasion. Full data was brought back. In May of '49, it was issued to 203 Advanced Flying School, and there it was modified for meteorological work. She was flown by civilian pilots with the temperatures, humidity, and monitoring flight. That was based out of Hooton Park and Woodvale, and they regularly went up to 30,000 feet every day in this aircraft. In '57, EM631 was flown to Biggin Hill from Duxford. So the fighter's just letting know the Lancaster they see them. Where she was modified as a platform for testing experimental airfoil sections. Painted on the port side as Lancaster Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight, final pass. It's the Flying Comrades. So they'll stay in this Vic formation as they come back. Smoke on from the 52s, just holding that bank angle. And the very distinctive shape. It looks a little bit like a Harvard from that sort of angle, the wing anyway. Big, thick wing, long cord on that Yak 18. The Yak 18 is going to depart, and we'll have a display from the 52s. So good camera shot coming up soon. Yankee Alpha Kilo Foxtrot, or KF as it's called, and that also is based down in sunny Duxford. We're coming back. And as you can see, a very capable aircraft in aerobatics, although you don't want to be upside down too long, because it's got about a 2-minute window, about a minute and a half to be safe, before the fuel in the carburetor runs out. As I said, the 18 shares systems with the Yak 52. Very strong aircraft, as is the Yak 52 that now arrives from the left. The wing will pop up, so yeah, the gear is now. So the Yak 18 and the Yak 52 back in a 2-ship. As through the centre comes the Singleton into a very nice loop. And rolling out the... It's the Harvard. That noise you hear, the Harvard bark is called. For you film buffs out there, you might recognize the Harvard, because in nearly every film. So this Harvard is privately owned by Captain Greg Corley. He's an EasyJet training captain. And they are a thirsty little beast, these. They weren't built with the word economy in mind. This aircraft is a genuine 1942's aircraft. It's not been messed with in any way. Very, very original on the inside as well. Lovely barrel roll on the outside. And that's where you trade off the height to speed. You got to make sure you got enough speed going into those maneuvers. After John's tour with the Hawk in Val. Build up his airspeed. Side slipping at 100 feet. Cross controls, smoke on. Now we launch the aircraft out. Back into side slip. Feel all the blood being pushed up to the front. And there he goes, snap rolling the aircraft in the climb. And coming out upside down, inverted, slowly coming down. Staying inverted, 5-point harness keeping him inside, and then snap rolling the aircraft around The aircraft can roll about 400 degrees a second, so that's more than one revolution in a second. Watch now as he goes up into the inverted and then just pushes over. Richard has not only modified the aircraft with regards to putting jet engines on it, but also he's done a lot of aerodynamic work on the tips of the wings, you'll notice that. And as you can see, it's paying off in spades. 3 full revolutions at the top. Huge deal of comfort. Now watch as Richard's speed builds up, diving back down. Richard's based out of Gloucester Airport, down my part of the world, in the west of the country. But does shows literally all over the world. He's been in the Middle East, he's been all around Europe, and now again we get to see this prop hang, just pulling back on the power, just tickling the power, just getting very well for Richard there as he fell back into his own. Now watch as the aircraft pitches up, rolling in reverse the roll 3 times, and a boot full of rudder at the top, another 3 reverse, and then pushing the aircraft upside down as he pulls back on the control column. So a very traditional cockpit layout inside control column between his knees. None of this fly-by-wire little nonsense. For manoeuvring as he comes back down. Smoke on. Let's count these off as he starts rolling the aircraft on the track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 complete snap rolls. Speed building all the time as he's diving down, now pitching back up into the vertical. Another little side slip there as he's coming through. You can give him a wave because I can assure you he can see you in that cockpit. And then pulling back on the throttle at the bottom there. And watch now as he brings the aircraft up into hover, and then a torque roll at the top. That's the torque from the engine, from the rotation of the propeller. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Raven and the 2025 Blackpool Airshow. Great engine like Training 360, it's like a real powerhouse. Rolling as you can see, they're positioned themselves in crowd center. And into a barrel roll. Now watch as they come towards you, get your camera. So with 5 and 6 heading off to our left-hand side. And number 4 rotating around the main body. Paul Farmers, prized professionally as a chief pilot and SAR commander of the watch and rescue base at St. Athens in northern Wales. watch the aircraft as they come. They're going to roll in crowd center. Fantastic photo opportunity coming up. The aircraft are going to spread towards us and then burst in all different directions. So as they fill the sky, Ford, which he served in the team for the first 4 seasons. She's a keen motorcyclist. Likes his time up in the Pyrenees. And as they roll the aircraft out, on his right hand side, Patrick Wilson, number 2. He's the newest member of the team. Patrick started his career in aviation as an engineer on corporate jets, before cutting his teeth on flying the South 340 up in the Highlands. That's some tough flying up there. Raven Cascade. Let's listen in to Team Raven call out the shots. Get your cameras ready. Aircraft in North America, and also there was some built in Russia, can you believe it or not. It was produced in both flying boat and amphibious versions, so it would have little wheels that would pop out from underneath, and it could taxi up a ramp. They were used in a variety of all theatres of operations in World War II and by the Allied Air Forces and the US Navy. Anti-submarine warfare, coastal patrol, convoy escorts, and as the name suggests with this aircraft, air-sea rescue. Known as the Catalina, or the PBY as it was known to the US Navy, he was closely involved in many historical actions in the Second World War. Pearl Harbor, the interception of the Bismarck, where it was finally sunk, and the sinking of numerous U-boats. You can see those floats have popped down now. It would speed up its demise, and it takes a lot of cleaning to get all that salt water off after it's landed. So it will land on a lake, fresh water. This won't particularly land on the water anymore. And there's one of its characteristic moves, slow. It sounds a bit strange. Even after the war, the Catalina was still very, very useful. Numerous military and commercial operators around the world took them on. They were used as forest fighter bombers, survey aircraft, air displays as well. They were doing them even back then. Today there's only about 14 or 15 airworthy examples around the world. And Miss Pickup is definitely the most active. And she's the only Catalina flying regularly in Europe. And then in the 90s, the aircraft was purchased for an African safari project. So the idea was they were going to put really big blisters on the side of the aircraft, and you would fly along looking at the giraffes and the lions. Surprisingly, that company did not finish the conversion because it was a silly idea. And thankfully the aircraft was brought back. So coming for the last time from the right hand side, PBY 5A Catalina, Miss Pickup. Listen in for Dave Farrell, who's leading the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming from your left, high up, it's Aero Superbatics wing walking team. see, the girls are actually upside down on the top of the wing, and you'll see them rotate very quickly as they start to get the right way up. These Boeing Stearmans have been heavily modified. Instead of the standard 220 horsepower engine, they have a 456, let's call it 460 horsepower engine. And watch on top as the girls come back in from the right. And as you can see, they are upside down. That is their leg waving in the air as they grab. The harness actually can rotate in any direction. And again, like the Harvard, you'll hear that sort of rasping noise, and that's as the propeller is approaching the speed of sound. So let's listen in as Dave calls out the next sequence. Get ready for the V break. Good photo opportunity. And then on top of the wing, the first aircraft is Kirsten Popjoy, and then behind her is Emma Broadbent. Girls, as you can imagine, are super fit. They are in the gym all the time. They're fully trained for this very, very high G maneuver. Watch as the aircraft pitches down. To know that they're both acrobats. They worked in circus and dance, gymnastic. Very big gymnastic displays. To give you an idea what it would feel like, you can imagine heading home tonight and you're going at about 100 miles an hour. Stick your head out the window of the car, and that's just your head. Imagine your whole body being exposed to 100 miles an hour. So both coming back on the B-axis. The ladies are now on the side. All countries. Now, here comes Dave and Brian, approaching each other from the left and the right. Punching forward and crossing over. Now they're going to build up their speed. And the aircraft are going to roll with the aircraft, with the ladies on top. Watch, pitching up and rolling upside down. Whoa. No way would I do that. Running back in from the right hand side. Now, if you have binoculars, today is your day. Just keep the binoculars on the girls on the top of the wing. So as we're talking now, they've unclipped themselves from the top harness and they've moved forward, and instead of standing or on their hands or sideways on that pole, once they come back around, have a good look through your binoculars that you knew you'd need one day, or maybe a bit top of the wing. I would love to have been in the interview when those girls come in and they said, so what's the job? Right, so the job is we strap you to the top. So watch as their final pass comes up, they're going to towards your back. If you know how to say that, send it to me on Instagram at Joe Airshow. But look now for the final time, coming from the right hand side, the aerobatics wing walking team. Kirsten Popjoy in the lead, Emma Broadbent behind her, and at the controls, Dave Farrell leading the team out. Amazing. Let's play that. Off the bed. Changing wings on Hawk, again the structure on a JP, so we'll be used to this type of aircraft. He represented the RAF actually as the Jet Provost display pilot. Did 80 shows. He also flying Jaguars, which was at Cotteshaw, then on to Lossiemouth. He flew after missions in the Gulf and the Balkans. These days, Sean is a current airline captain flying the A320, one of the UK's largest airlines. In addition to the slate flying, he's also chief pilot at Jet Legends, flying passengers in the Strike Master, so you can actually go flying in these aircraft out of North Weald in the summer months. So watch now as they go into the break. I'm a shooter, and he also has a background in flying displays for the Royal Air Force. He's the tutor display pilot. You can fly as a singleton or a pair. Pull up alongside a Spitfire while you're up there. So far apparently 200 people have popped the credit card for it. And as a passenger you can fly with Sean and Bertie that are displaying today. If you want to know more, go to aerolegends.co. He also became an ME, CRI and an IRI, aerobatic instructor, and a flying examiner. Wow, his business card must be really long. I don't know why he is. He also uses his instructional experience to teach formational flying to civilian pilots, and this is his 4th year of displaying the Strike Master, having previously displayed for 2 years as part of Team Raven that we saw earlier. Get your cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen, as the Strike Master Pier comes straight towards us. And it does some very, very abrupt maneuvers as well. Not gusting winds, it absolutely laps it up. It likes it when it's windy because it gets a lot more air flying over the rotor, so that makes it a lot more maneuverable, and it has no problem operating in some very difficult conditions. I can hear it coming from my right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Calidus Auto Gyro. See what I mean by once it comes downwind, it really does speed up. Very responsive on the controls. And 6. And as you can see, responds very well to the rudder. Look at the tail rudder at the back. He's using his feet to get the aircraft to swing. The Rotex 914 engine throwing out a massive 115 horsepower. That's not a lot, but more than enough because this airframe is so light. Now I have my own airfield out the back of my house. Well, with this, you literally could. It's not massively expensive, and it takes off in about 10 meters. So you don't need, you can literally take off in your garden. Depending on the weather and the wind, anywhere between 10 to 70 meters for takeoff roll. Peter putting it through its paces there with a bit of crane. And now we can see where it goes into the hover. He'll just point it into the wind and it just stops. Yesterday we had that like 30 knot wind, so it just hung there like a helicopter. I think today it's gusting about 10, if that. But you can see even in descent, there's no big jerky movements. It's a very controlled, you know, you can tell he's steering it all the way down. He's got more than enough lift.
Staring into space.
boys and girls, please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. It's the Red Arrows! Arriving at over 400 miles per hour, trailing our famous red, white and blue. Red 1 eases the team up, and it brings them slightly to the right, which means he's telling me they've started the show rolling. And you can see that amateur big battle formation, that famous V shape as Red 1 brings them around to the right. You'll now see Reds 6 and 7 collapse and sit in behind Red 1, and Reds 8 and 9 also move inwards as they form our world famous Diamond 9. Leading on the right hand side of Red 1 is Red 2. Flight of either side of that centre section move rearwards, as Reds 8 and 9 move left and right to 2025. In from the left, the smoke comes on. In this one. Reds 8 and 9 now sit behind Reds 2 and 3 to form one of the most iconic shapes in aviation history. The smoke comes on from the left hand side. This is Concorde. On the left hand side of that centre stem is Red 3, Flight Lieutenant Andrew McGibbon, known as Macca. Macca is also in his first year on the team. He used to fly the form the delta wing shape, because 2020 Typhoon display team from the right, Typhoon roll. On the right hand side, all the way back of that formation, is Red 4, squadron leader Chris McCann. He's working extremely hard, having to look through the formation, look at Red 1, because all our formation references are taken from Red 1, and not necessarily the aircraft on the inside of you in the formation. Squadron leader Chris McCann is in his second year on the team, exchange with the Royal Australian Air Force, and it is his third and final year on the Red Arrows. Reds 6 and 7 now split towards the rear. This is an opportunity to get your cameras ready as they come around from the left for the colourful Big Vixen. Come on, got it. In that particular manoeuvre, the aircraft will fly and roll around the rest of the formation, but watch for the colour change as Red 1 brings them down the line. Let's go that way. And as we start the second half, we start with the same way as 2024 because it was so popular. This is the 5-4 split. As we go into the second half, we now operate in two distinct sections off to the left. Around the rest of the smoke in Enid in the Twister. Red 5 is Flight Lieutenant Dustin Wales, known as Dusty. Second year on the team, originally from Zimbabwe. He joined the Royal Air Force and flew the Typhoon on 11 Squadron, as well as an instructor on 29. your four pilots, former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II, and before they joined the Red Arrows, he also flew the Strike Master pair that you saw displaying earlier, based out of North Wales. Look directly to your front and you can see the synchro pair. And coming in from the top right to spear the heart is Red 8. Red 8 is Flight Attendant Rich Walker. He's flown Harrier, he's flown Typhoon, and he's been a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II. And the Red would like to dedicate today's heart to all the countless volunteers that have worked so tirelessly over the weekend to make Blackpool Airshow. Maneuver called the circus. The maneuver called the circus. Sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in a maneuver called the serpent. That's another good opportunity to see. As Enid leaves to the front left 45. Clear, go as Reds 4 and 5 roll to the outside in one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots to master each year. This show centre, we can see 6, we can see 8, we can see 9. However, hiding in the smoke trail of Red 6 is Red 7 in the Tempest. Please put your hands together for the 2025 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team. It's Red!
Right guys, we've just finished the air show. Filmed 2 days worth of footage, got as much angles as I possibly could for you. You might see bits where it's really zoomed in and zoomed out because I was just pissing around with the camera, to be honest. I was doing times 3, times 10, times 20, just getting different angles. So yeah, so that's it for this year's air show. I'm sure it'll be back next year. I'm sure the Red Arrows will be back next year as well. Yeah, it was really good, whole show. Got to see the wing walkers. So yeah, our next big vlog will be Tuesday evening. We're at the Blackpool game for the Carabao Cup first round tie against Port Vale. Hopefully a different Blackpool team shows up and we can actually get a result. Then we're there on Saturday for the Huddersfield game, which is going to be a big game. It's a really hard game. Obviously Huddersfield are flying. And then on the 26th, which is Bank Holiday Monday, we're in Liverpool, so we'll be having a vlog up from there. I think we're going to go to Gravity Max and do the go-karts. I think they do a bit of food in there, and I think we're going to have a bit of food there as well. So there'll just be the one vlog, because we're not going to do a hotel review from Liverpool, because we've done that hotel so many times. It's the same hotel, just a different room. We have done Gravity Max, but I'm happy to do it again because I'll be going on the go-karts and doing the food, so it's something a little bit different. So yeah, look out for that. I'm sure we're doing bits and bobs before that as well. So I'll see you later, guys.